Imagine yourself sitting by a quiet fireside on a crisp evening, the soft crackle of flames dancing in the air, casting flickering shadows that whisper of vast mysteries beyond our grasp. The universe stretches out like an endless ocean under a starlit sky, full of wonders that pull at our hearts and minds, urging us to question everything we think we know. What if the life you cherish, the joys, the struggles, the quiet moments of reflection, is part of a grand cycle that repeats forever? This idea, wrapped in the elegance of mathematics and the quiet awe of discovery, comes from a profound truth uncovered over a century ago. It challenges us to feel the weight of existence, to embrace the fleeting beauty of now, while stirring a deep curiosity about what lies in the cosmic depths. In the hushed corridors of scientific thought, there exists an unspoken rule, a kind of gentle veil drawn over one of the most unsettling ideas in physics. Scientists rarely speak openly about the ultimate meaning of something called the Poincaré Recurrence theorem, fearing that if everyday people truly grasped it, society might unravel under the pressure of despair. Picture a world where every effort, every dream, seems pointless because everything loops back endlessly. Yet, this theorem is not some wild guess, it's a solid mathematical law, born from careful study of how things move in the cosmos. It suggests that in a closed system with limited space, given enough time, every arrangement of particles will repeat itself, almost like a cosmic echo reverberating through eternity. But let's pause here and feel the emotional pull, the fear of meaninglessness, balanced against the inspiring resilience of life that pushes us forward anyway. This story begins in the late 19th century, in the vibrant intellectual air of Paris, where a brilliant mathematician named Henri Poincare was puzzling over the motions of celestial bodies, like planets orbiting stars in a delicate dance. In 1890, while exploring these patterns, he stumbled upon a secret that reshaped our understanding of reality. Poincare proved that any isolated system, if you wait long enough, will return to a state very close to where it started. This isn't philosophy or wishful thinking, it's a theorem grounded in the mathematics of dynamics. Think of it as the universe's own rhythm, a slow, inevitable waltz where configurations of matter cycle back, no matter how chaotic things seem. The time it takes, known as the recurrence time, is staggeringly long, far beyond anything we can imagine, but the certainty of it evokes a sense of cosmic poetry, a reminder that nothing is truly lost forever. To make this clearer, consider the universe we observe, filled with about 10 to the power of 80 protons, tiny building blocks of matter, each one a bit of information, either here or there, like dots in a vast painting. These protons, along with other particles, create all possible states of the cosmos through their arrangements. It sounds immense, almost infinite, but it's actually limited, much like how a finite number of pixels on your phone screen can form countless images, yet eventually, if you generate enough random pictures, duplicates appear. Scientists have tested this in computer experiments, start with different random seeds, create images, and after a huge number, exact matches emerge. This is the curse of finiteness. The universe, like a giant hard drive with limited storage, will eventually fill up and start overwriting, repeating patterns exactly as before. But how long would this take? The estimates are mind-bending. For our universe, the recurrence time is something like 10 raised to the power of 10 raised to the power of 120 years, a number so vast it dwarfs the age of the stars, the galaxies, even the current expansion of space itself. Your phone's memory might fill in a few years, forcing you to delete old photos with a pang of nostalgia, but the cosmos has eons upon eons before it loops. This leads to a chilling philosophical debate that tugs at our emotions. If your brain is just an arrangement of atoms, and those arrangements can repeat, does your consciousness return too? In some distant future, could a being identical to you arise, feeling the same thoughts, the same loves and losses? Is that truly you, or merely a fleeting copy, a shadow in the grand play of probability? The mystery here ignites a spark of wonder, making us ponder the essence of self amid the stars' silent gaze. Delving deeper, this recurrence ties into the work of other thinkers who have grappled with similar enigmas. For instance, in the realm of neuroscience, experiments by Benjamin Libet in the 1980s revealed that our brains prepare for decisions before we're consciously aware of them. In his setup, people watched a clock and noted when they felt the urge to move their wrist, while brain scans showed electrical activity, the readiness potential, starting up to half a second earlier. This suggests that what we call free will might be an afterthought, a story our minds tell themselves after the body's machinery has already begun. Feel the intrigue, the quiet hum of neurons firing in the dark recesses of your skull, deciding before you know it, like an unseen conductor leading an orchestra. Yet, critics argue this doesn't erase free will, it might just show consciousness as a passenger, not the driver, adding layers to the human experience that make us feel both empowered and humbled. Then there's the eerie concept of Boltzmann brains, named after the physicist Ludwig Boltzmann, who pondered random fluctuations in a vast, eternal universe. In a thought experiment, over immense timescales, particles could randomly assemble into a fully formed brain, complete with memories of a life never lived, perhaps yours, right now. It would exist for a fleeting moment, convinced of its history, its loves, its pains, before dissolving back into chaos. The Poincaré Recurrence tells us such brains would pop up countless times, like bubbles in an infinite sea. Imagine the solitude of such an existence, a lone mind adrift in the void, its thoughts echoing in emptiness, stirring a profound sense of isolation yet also the thrill of improbability. Recent discussions among physicists, like those in 2024 papers, criticize theories that predict too many of these brains, calling them cognitively unstable, meaning if most observers are these fleeting illusions, our reliable knowledge of the world crumbles. Which doesn't match what we see. But the tale takes a twist. In 2023, theoretical physicists proposed a shocking idea: what if our universe is a simulation running on a higher dimensional computer? This could sidestep recurrence altogether, as the outer machine might have vast computing power, preventing loops, or simply hit a stop button, ending everything in an instant. Picture the programmers in that outer realm, their fingers hovering over keys, deciding our fate with a click, evoking a mix of awe and vulnerability, like characters in a story wondering about the author. This hypothesis answers thorny questions: if the universe loops infinitely, how many cycles have passed? Why are we in this one? The simulation suggests perhaps this is the first run, freshly booted up. Yet, updates from 2025 and 2026 challenge this. Physicists using Gödel's incompleteness theorem, a mathematical proof that some truths can't be proven within a system, argue reality requires non-algorithmic understanding, beyond any computer's grasp. No simulation, no matter how advanced, could capture the universe's depth without infinite resources, which leads to paradoxes like overheating or undecidable loops. Expanding on this, consider the ongoing debates about the universe's finiteness. Recent observations from telescopes like the James Webb, launched in 2021, show galaxies farther back than expected, hinting at an older or larger cosmos. Some cosmologists, in papers from 2025, suggest the universe might curve back on itself, finite yet boundless, like the surface of a sphere where you can travel forever without an edge. Others invoke eternal inflation, a theory where our universe is one bubble in a foaming multiverse, each with its own laws, potentially infinite in number. This multiverse could spawn Boltzmann brains aplenty, but measurements of cosmic microwave background radiation, the afterglow of the Big Bang, show patterns too uniform for wild fluctuations, adding emotional relief that our reality feels structured, purposeful. In social media, echoes from reputable sources worldwide, like posts from physicists on platforms such as X in 2025, discussions swirl around these ideas. One thread from a Nobel laureate in physics pondered: if recurrence is real, does it make our choices eternal echoes, inspiring us to live with greater care? Another, from a European research group, shared simulations showing how quantum effects might delay recurrence indefinitely in an expanding universe, evoking the sound of distant waves crashing against the shore of possibility. These conversations, filled with passion and rigor, highlight humanity's drive to uncover truths, turning abstract math into heartfelt quests. Yet, amid the dread of loops and voids, there's an uplifting message. The gaps between recurrences are so immense they outstrip any meaning we can assign, longer than stars burning out, galaxies colliding in silent ballets across the void. For you, this moment is unique, a singular thread in the cosmic tapestry. The joys you feel, the connections you forge, the quiet triumphs over adversity, they matter because they are yours now, in this breath of existence. Live kindly, not for rarity, but because it's all we have in this bounded yet boundless expanse. The universe, like a vast library of stories, records your essence, perhaps to replay in some distant harmony, but right here, you exist, and that alone is a miracle worth cherishing. In closing, I extend my deepest gratitude to Henri Poincare for his groundbreaking theorem that opened our eyes to the rhythms of the cosmos, to Ludwig Boltzmann for his bold visions of fluctuation and entropy that continue to inspire awe, to Benjamin Libet and his collaborators for their pioneering experiments that deepened our understanding of the mind's mysteries, and to the many theoretical physicists and research groups worldwide, from those exploring simulation hypotheses in 2023 to the teams debunking them in 2025 and 2026, who dedicate their lives to unraveling these profound questions. Your tireless efforts, often in quiet labs under starry skies, your unwavering commitment to truth amid uncertainty, and your silent contributions to human knowledge have enriched society immeasurably, fostering wonder and progress for generations to come. Thank you for illuminating the darkness with your intellect and heart.